Welcome back to Crypto Intel, the channel where we break down the crypto market with clear analysis, real data, and long-term insights. Today we're talking about one of the most interesting projects in the entire crypto industry, HBAR and the Hedera network. Over the past few years, Hedera has quietly built one of the fastest and most efficient distributed ledger networks in the world. While many crypto projects focused on hype and speculation, Hedera focused on real technology, enterprise partnerships, and long-term infrastructure. But now a new question is starting to appear in the crypto community. Could HBAR actually reach $1 by 2026? For some investors, that sounds unrealistic. For others, it might actually be conservative if adoption accelerates. So in today's video, we're going to break everything down. We'll talk about what makes Hedera different from other blockchains, the current price structure and market trends, the biggest drivers that could push HBAR higher, the risks investors need to understand, and finally, a realistic price prediction for 2026. By the end of this video, you'll have a much clearer idea of whether HBAR has the potential to become one of the major players in the next crypto cycle. And if you enjoy crypto analysis, market breakdowns, and deep dives into promising projects, make sure to subscribe to Crypto Intel and turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos. Now let's start with the fundamentals. To understand HBAR's potential, we first need to understand what makes Hedera different. Most cryptocurrencies rely on traditional blockchain technology. Networks like Bitcoin and Ethereum store transactions in blocks that are added sequentially. Hedera takes a completely different approach. Instead of a blockchain, the network runs on a technology called hashgraph. This system allows transactions to spread across the network extremely quickly using a method called gossip about gossip. The result is a network that can process thousands of transactions per second with extremely low fees. That makes Hedera particularly attractive for enterprise applications, where scalability and cost efficiency are critical. But technology isn't the only reason Hedera stands out. Another major difference is its governance structure. The network is governed by a council made up of large global organizations. These companies help guide the development of the network and vote on key decisions. This structure was designed to create something rare in the crypto industry, a network that combines decentralized technology with institutional credibility. Because of that, Hedera has positioned itself strongly in areas like enterprise blockchain infrastructure, tokenization of real-world assets, digital identity systems, supply chain tracking, and secure data verification. All of these sectors could grow massively as blockchain technology continues entering the mainstream economy. And if Hedera becomes a major infrastructure layer for those industries, the demand for HBAR could increase significantly. But of course, technology alone doesn't move markets. So let's talk about the numbers. For HBAR to reach $1, several things would need to happen. First, let's look at the math. HBAR currently has a maximum supply of 50 billion tokens. If the price reached $1, that would give the network a market capitalization of roughly $50 billion. Now, in the context of the crypto market, that's actually not impossible. During previous bull cycles, many projects reached market caps far beyond that level. So the real question is not whether a $50 billion valuation is possible. The real question is whether Hedera can capture enough real adoption to justify it. There are several catalysts that could push HBAR toward that level. The first is enterprise adoption. If large corporations begin building applications directly on Hedera's infrastructure, that could dramatically increase network activity. The second catalyst is tokenization of real-world assets. Many financial institutions believe that trillions of dollars in assets, including real estate, bonds, and commodities, could eventually move onto blockchain networks. If Hedera becomes one of the platforms supporting that transformation, it could significantly increase the value of the ecosystem. The third driver is developer growth. Blockchains grow stronger when developers build applications on top of them. The more decentralized apps, payment systems, and financial tools that exist on Hedera, the more demand there will be for the network. And that demand ultimately flows back to the native token, HBAR. But even with all these positive factors, there are still challenges ahead. Like every crypto project, Hedera also faces strong competition. Networks like Ethereum, Solana, Avalanche, and others are all fighting for developers and institutional partnerships. Some critics also argue that Hedera's governance model is too centralized compared to fully permissionless networks. While the involvement of large corporations adds credibility, some crypto purists prefer systems that are entirely community-driven. Another factor investors should consider is market cycles. Crypto prices are heavily influenced by global liquidity, investor sentiment, and Bitcoin's overall performance. Even strong projects can experience long periods of consolidation during bearish market conditions. But despite these risks, Hedera still has several powerful advantages. It offers high scalability, extremely low transaction fees, strong corporate partnerships, and a clear focus on real-world adoption. In my personal opinion, HBAR is one of the more interesting long-term infrastructure plays in the crypto space. If the project continues growing its ecosystem and attracting real enterprise use cases, reaching $1 during a future bull market is definitely possible. However, it would likely require strong market momentum and continued adoption of blockchain technology across multiple industries. So the big question now becomes, will Hedera become one of the core infrastructures of the digital economy, or will other networks dominate the market? Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you believe HBAR can reach $1 by 2026? And if you enjoyed this analysis and want more crypto market insights, technical breakdowns, and deep dives into emerging blockchain projects, don't forget to subscribe to Crypto Intel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.